you get there.
Cool.
So you may get a mission in town. Once you have that mission, you'll load up on guns and ammo, and then you'll head out in the wasteland. And we want the wasteland experience, the driving, to be really over the top and action-filled. Then when you get to the place you're going to, we want it to feel like this. So there's no fast travel in Rage, and the wastelands are not just second-hand, second-thought items.
So Intake 5 brand new engine, developed specifically for Rage, yeah?
Yes. This is our new technology. It's a true cross-platform technology. It runs 60 hertz, and 60 hertz for us is very important because if you want to have that intense feel that you are fluid graphics, that you're in the game, you really need to be running fast, and 60 hertz will get you that speed.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sure that folks at home are actually probably sending so many emails that it's just straight up breaking it. How about the leveling system? And I'm sure you guys got some business there you guys are doing, or do you have? How do you talk about some of the systems in the game behind the scenes of what we're seeing?
So in Rage, we don't have it's not a classic RPG where you're level 10, level 20. Your progression in the game. Do you want me to keep playing, or do you want me to?
Please. Yeah,
okay. You're.
Yeah, don't stop playing, no matter what.
Okay,
you to listen to the game.
Your progression in the game really comes down to the weapons that you have, the items. We have this whole engineering system where you can find separate components to build things like turrets. You can build like sentry bots. You can build all sorts of interesting things that you can use the way that you want to. So it's not just, here's a new weapon, why don't you, run and gun. The way that the player plays the game and what items and weapons that you like to use, see that right there was a great example of our dynamic traversals that this Ghost Clan is able to do. That guy jumped over the railing. I was running this way. He realized that, no, I need to get up there, so he came right back up. Yeah, that's very unique to just this Bandit Clan. It's also very unique to the advanced AI that we have in Rage. So the wing stick is a great offhand weapon. We're able to throw that out. It's great when you're in a bind. It's an instant kill weapon, and it has a smart core for targeting bad guys.
Let's talk about the controls for a second. Like, how are you throwing that out there? Are you aiming it real good, or is it tracking a little bit for you? Or
basically, if you have a bad guy in your sights, and you line up that wing stick, you'll hit him with that. We've tried to keep the controls as straightforward as possible. We basically use the Call of Duty controls. 20 million people learn where jump is. Don't change the button. And we try to keep the action as intense as possible because that's really where the fun is. So I'm going to go ahead and place a turret here behind me, and then I'll be able to engage these bandits down this long hallway.
Now, Tim, tell me, is this a collective effort at id in terms of like the passion and desire of what this game's all about? Is this your own personal project that you've wanted to do for a while? What's the backstory on Rage? It definitely seems like there's so much unique to it that it seems like a passion or labor of love in some ways to somebody.
Yes. Well, one of the great things about the team at id Software is that we are a small team, and everybody has input in the game. It's a very flat structure. So as you can see, there are games and there's movies that have inspired us. Of course, we're big fans of the Mad Max movies. We're also fans of some of the over-the-top driving games like MotorStorm. But really, the greatest inspirations for us with Rage is our past games. What we did with Doom, what we did with Quake, what we did with Wolfenstein. And a lot of the guys at the company have been there so long that we just know how each other, how we think. So it really adds to a really great experience. And great team.
You just can't get that. It's like either that's there or it's not. And like you can clearly see, I think in the products that look this good, that there's got to be some chemistry that happens behind the scenes to make some magic come together.
Yes.
So when are you guys looking to come out with Rage? And you said before PS3, PC, and Xbox 360. When's that going to happen? When are we going to see?
Well, we won't see Rage until next year. The game, as you can see, is running fast. It's looking good. But I know I have some help. One of the neat things about Rage is you as a character. You are part of this program that the government's initiated before the impact, where they buried all these people in these small kind of self-contained pods or arcs. So you have these things inside you called nanotrites, and nanotrites, help you survive. They'll regen you. They give you extra strength. But we also have a quick health system. That guy got tired of shooting at me from a distance, so he decided to run up and try to get in my face. And then, as players, if they like the auto regen, they can use that. If they like to use more like the health packs, the classic, health regen, the classic health mechanisms, they can use that. So, player choice is something that's very important to us at id.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. It seems like it's all about. The neat thing is, like you were talking about a second ago, this game, drawing on influences from your past games. I could see. It's like you guys have some elements of Doom. 3, I guess you would say, like in terms of like the structure. A lot of those environments kind of lend themselves one way or the other. But the one thing I can clearly see is that you guys have like got it. It's a good balance between being moody lighting, but still being bright enough to where it's like very crisp and very clear and very
Yes, this particular level, which we call the Well, is probably the most like some of our past games. But we have areas, like the Dead City. That's huge, outdoor, downtown-looking area. We have an area called Mutant Bash TV, where it's this kind of fun house of mutants, and there's this crazy kind of TV producer that runs the show. So we really try to change up the environment and change up the gameplay.
Yeah. How do you, when you're talking about that home base, how do you actually get your new info to you? Like, are you going back to these same hubs and hitting people up?
Here, let me go ahead and pause that and go to the menu there.